Satisfy your need for happiness through your own curiosity with the Ranveer Show. I've always wondered this about gurus. So they were born as normal human beings.
I suppose so.
Okay. Perhaps spiritually grew through their 20s, 30s, 40s. And at some point, did their deity instruct them to become a guru? Like, how do they themselves become gurus? Because this is that same argument about a lot of fake gurus being out there. And you see this all over
Yeah.
India, even outside India now. Like, I know there's so many fake gurus sitting in the Gulf, like in Dubai, guiding people there, telling them that, oh, this is ancient Indian mysticism, but actually having some shady practices involved. So what's the actual traditional correct way of even becoming a guru? Maybe I'd also like to ask you, are you qualified to become a guru?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just an upasaka. I am not a guru. I keep telling that I'm just an upasaka. Yeah, there are people I mentor. I might call them, for lack of better words, as students. That's about it. But I don't like to use the word guru. It's a heavy word. Coming to from the individual's perspective, suppose you go out in search of a guru, specifically when it comes to a tantric guru, or even a Vaishnava guru for that matter, Vaishnavism or Shaivism or something like that. Few things have to be checked. First is that at no point, and these what I'm telling you is things that I've learned through my own life as I walked this path. So I've met very fantastic gurus. I have 3 gurus. They're fantastic. And I've met people who appeared as gurus, but later I figured out that a lot of hot air. So there is also the ego that comes in some people. They love to be right from day one, ki I want to become the guru thing and all that and stuff like that. And then eventually it doesn't work out because obviously they haven't done their own sadhanas, neither have they attained anything. There's an ego boost that also happens in people. That I want to become the guru. People will come and fall at your feet and they'll say you're fantastic. That makes you feel happy. So I've seen that types also. For the upasaka's point of view, for an ordinary person's point of view, suppose you want to have a tantric guru and you want to have a initiation. So look at who the guru is, who the guru's guru is, and who is the guru's guru. 3 lines of gurus have to be very clear. A, they have to be belonging to a proper sampradaya, which means that you know that they are connecting to XYZ deity upasana. Number 2, all 3 of them have to be of the same path. So that's also interesting. It's not like you go to a guru who says that I am a tantric. His guru was perhaps a Vaishnava Bhakti yogi. That individual's guru was a Hatha yogi. That means the current of Shakti has already got tampered. It doesn't matter how great they may be. They can be flying in air for all I care. But that Shakti has already been tampered. 3 generations of guru has to be very clear who belong to that path. And which means that suppose you want a Diksha of a Vishnu mantra, suppose Vaishnava Diksha, you go to some place where there's a Vaishnava gurus. They're also the same philosophy you'll have to follow. You'll have to check who is your guru, who is the guru's guru. Whether he also was a proper Vaishnava, he followed the Vaishnava lifestyle, he had attained perfection in sadhana or not, and then who was his guru. 3 generations of gurus have to be very clear. This is that establishes that, okay, this is a proper lineage. Now, it's possible that the guru may or may not be highly evolved. I'm just practically saying because we live in the age of Kali. Okay, it's not necessary that every guru is highly evolved, but if you have, so that is why after the initiation, you have to work hard. If your guru has not attained siddhi of the deity, it is very unlikely that you will also get directly siddhi eventually of the mantra from that guru.
But then how have they qualified as a guru?
Because there are many processes involved. And also, number 1, there are many processes involved which you will never know until the guru shows you. You cannot learn it from books. You have to have a mentor, number 1. Number 2 is that it also connects to, so even if that individual, he himself may not have attained the highest state, if he comes from a proper lineage, okay, if he comes from a lineage that has unbroken flow of Shakti, of the deity, so some blessing is already tapped inside there. Whether it is manifesting in him or not does not matter. The moment he's giving you initiation, that blessing is flowing inside you. Okay, it's a bit like, suppose there are families where one individual is a great genius, okay, And then the next individual who comes the son may not be very great, maybe a very ordinary person. But the grandson may turn out to be fantastic again. That means that the flow of Shakti is there for some generation because of some karmic, karmas of the individual or whatever it is. That current becomes subconscious. It's not manifesting, but it's still flowing through the passing through the family. And then right individual soul gets born and again it comes up. But if that flow is not there in the first place, it does not matter how great is the soul or the connect, the greatness of the individual, the soul. Chances of manifesting that power is very less. This is one point. Number two is that to start a sampradaya, then this is more complicated.
What is the sampradaya?
Sampradaya means suppose lineage. Suppose you become a guru one day. Okay, I'm just saying. Suppose
Hey!
you start a sampradaya. You want to decide that from now on there's going to be a lineage of followers of Ranveer. Okay, so to start a sampradaya, 3 things are very vital. One is that you must have the will of the devata. The deity, a deity, whoever it is, among the primary deities, not wo chota mota some roadside idhar udhar ka nahi, not the lower entities and all. No, one of the primordial major deities we worship has to will that through XYZ individual, my upasana paddhati, my devotion, for lack of better words, the sadhanas will pass down into the human plane and will continue. Once that is willed, obviously that will take you spiritually to a higher range. Then the next thing that will happen is there has to be somebody, either you yourself or another person or somebody else, who must be able to explain the sadhanas in terms of the scriptures. You cannot go beyond the scriptures. Anything that diverts too far from the scriptures, especially in terms of sadhana, in spiritual practice, eventually falls off the road. Because the scriptures have a tremendous Shakti because they came from beings, from rishis and all that are beings which are far more evolved than you and I can ever be actually. Okay. So they have coded that power in the scriptures. They have given the guidelines broader that you do not violate this. So long as you follow this, you will see that it'll carry on. The moment you start violating, little bit also, it will eventually, get stagnant and eventually it will dry up. That stream will dry up. This has happened many times. So basically there has to be one mystic who can bring in the power of that deity, whose sadhana paddhati, who is the prime deity of that sampradaya, the Kula Devata of the sampradaya, for example, and another individual who can explain the sadhana paddhati within the framework set by the scriptures. This is how the Vedantic Sampradayas have come into being. So there is the same Brahma Sutra, same text, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, but the interpretations are different. Advaita Vedanta gives it one, Vishishtadvaita another, Dvaita another, etc., etc. So they're taking the same scriptures, but they're showing that how my path is also within this framework. I'm just changing the perspective. Nobody is going beyond the scriptures. Same thing, if somebody creates a tantric sampradaya, the methodology of worship has to be as per the tantras. It will not go beyond it. Whichever deity, and that is the beauty of dharma. There is never ever going to be the concept of, for example, we have avatars, Rama, Krishna and all that, but we do not have prophets. So nobody can say that from this point onwards, I am starting something that has never been done in dharma. I am recreating a new path. Absolutely, that will not work. The scriptures that has been given are also, it's not strict in the sense there are like Indian classical music, the notes are given. You have the leeway to play it very well or play it at a mediocre level. So there are some parameters that are set. And to understand that also, you must have a very highly developed mind that what exactly is being told to you, how much you can go, what you cannot do, etc. In terms of sadhana, I'm not talking about ordinary life. That is different matter. Ordinary dharma is different. But sadhana dharma, because tantras are primarily sadhana texts. So that is important to understand that framework is already set. So once that framework is there, once the blessings of the deity is there, then that sampradaya will start and run.
Okay. For the average listener who's keenly listening to this podcast in the search for a guru, Is it fair to send out the message that the guru appears when the student is ready?
Yes and no. Because people misinterpret that. So I keep getting emails a lot on this topic. And my first reaction is, so how long have you been searching for a guru? So what people do is they'll sit on the internet and type 5 emails here and there and think somehow the guru is going to manifest. ऐसे नहीं होने वाला है. Even to buy a t-shirt also, you have to go 10 places and search. So if you want a guru, take time out, keep 1 year period and go and meet people across India. Find out who the deity is it that you like. Say Tantra Sadhana you want to do, go to Tantric Sampradayas, meet people. Don't commit yourself. Okay, I want to become a disciple immediately, but just see how you feel.
Where are these places?
Across India, search you'll find.
Tantric Sampradaya.
Means schools that teach Tantra Sadhana.
If you just Google it.
Ask people, Google. South India it's there, East India it's there, so many places. So spend at least a year going and meeting people. Don't expect some perfect guru to come. Perfection is not going to come. You are not perfect. Why will the guru be perfect?
So gurus can also be flawed.
Everybody is a human being at the end of the day. But you revert the guru because he is giving you some knowledge. And after he is giving you important knowledge. And after that, you do your own sadhana.
Okay. So with a guru, how much time does one usually spend in order to get the guru?
Now that depends
Diksha?
on the, that depends on, the Diksha can happen very quickly. It depends if the guru likes you. I mean, you develop a bond with the guru and you are okay with the Diksha and the rules, etc. that are there. So the guru can then set a date and say that come and I'll give you the Diksha on this so and so date.
And the actual teachings?
After that, it'll come.
But they usually take how much time?
That depends on what is the path. So there may be people who will have the same guru for throughout their life because they're learning new things. Whereas there are people who have multiple gurus. Even in Tantra, even in the field of Tantra, I know people who have multiple gurus. They have taken initiation from different sampradayas. So it's all right. All this is fair. There's nothing wrong in this. And important thing is that carry on your sadhana.
How many gurus have you had?
I have 3 gurus. In future, I'll have more.
Really?
Huh.
Okay. You're not allowed to reveal
No, I will
more.
not tell about them, but I have 3 gurus. One of them in South, one of them in North, one of them in Kamakhya. And in future, I may have more gurus. I am completely open to the idea of learning from somebody if I find something that they have which is worthy of learning.
Like what?
Could be anything. Depends. I can't prejudge this. So once I meet an individual or see something, I feel that, okay, there is some kind of knowledge that I want. Obviously, there has to be in the mind some desire for it. And also because the deities I worship, if I get an indication from them, there may be a karmic rina with an individual that he has to initiate me into something. Okay. So the deities will give some indication. So I may go and fulfill that. So I am completely open to the idea of having multiple gurus or somebody having one guru. Important thing is keep doing your sadhana.
When you see your guru, how do you feel?
Reverence.
Like sort of like my sensei, my
Yeah.
teacher. Okay. When I see my judo sensei even now, I still feel so much reverence. So I'm assuming that this works exactly like that.
Yes.
Whenever you meet them, you're like, this person really showed me what I needed to learn in life. If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.